What's going on, everybody? The Javiiurena podcast is now sponsored by Five Sports on Instagram. I'm giving them a shout out. Shoot, look at the jerseys behind me. If you want a basketball, soccer jersey, go get it. You name it, you will not regret it. Go check out their page for more details, right? Also, a quick shout out to your Shoonies on Instagram. Go check him out. He's doing great things out there. Shout out my boy. Go check. If you need your shoe cleaned, if you need it spotless, get a little stain off it, you won't regret it. The show, let's get it. What's going on, everybody? Episode 17 of the Javiiurena podcast. I bring to you guys none other than local bodybuilder, Javiiurena. What's up, Jared? How are you, man?
What's up, dude? I'm good, man. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. So, I see you grinding out here, but I want to know, what it was before, the fitness journey. What led everything up to, working out, you know?
Yeah, so before I got into the gym, I wasn't really the type of dude to be good at sports or anything like that. I always tried to be, but it was just never really my thing. You know, I would do sports in high school. It just never really was my thing. Then I stopped playing sports in high school and I picked up the gym around the end of my freshman year, but I just never was really consistent with it. I started getting consistent with it probably like end of my junior year, and then ever since then I've just been grinding, bro. Just been trying to put in the time and effort and everything.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Is there any reasons though, behind it, that you, or you just is there any reason?
Yeah, I never really, I don't know. I didn't have a lot of friends in high school, so I got into a lot of trouble in high school. So it was a way to keep me out of trouble. I got I just got into a lot of fights. I got into a lot of just problems, unnecessary stuff. You know what I mean? So the gym was kind of something I could do to get away from that, stay out of trouble, stay away from that crowd of people. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
that was something I could do to you know, for spare time and stuff, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Just to take my mind off of the other stuff,
Exactly,
you
yeah.
know?
Basically, that's the gym is the thing. You know, people for working out wise, people think, oh, you go to the gym too much. You know, no,
Yeah.
that's your place to get your mind off things. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. 100%. It's I'd rather go to the gym than get into fights or trouble or
Yeah,
any of that
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure. All right, so like you said, I was gonna ask you how long you been grinding for. So you said the end of your junior year, right?
I would say end of junior year, but I would say consistent. I would say probably a year and a half, almost 2 years,
All right.
be really consistent with it.
Now, I know, okay, so as the gym, you go to the gym and people start seeing results. When did you start seeing massive results on yourself?
I would say massive results is probably this last summer.
Last summer?
Last summer, just because I started taking a lot more seriously, started tracking my food more, actually invested in a weight scale. I wasn't BSing my food and everything like that. I was just making sure I hit all my meals every
All right.
day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it.
With the whole coronavirus and everything, it didn't really give me much to do this past summer other than go to the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times I would literally just spend my days in the gym and then come home and eat and then just study up on the gym. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, I feel it.
there wasn't much I could do anyways. So
So you bring up eating though, is that one thing people underestimate? Whenever they go to the gym, they expect results, but it's actually done outside the gym. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, for sure, 100%. A lot of people will even come to me and be like, "Oh, how much do you eat?" And this and this. I'm like, I'm on a prep right now, bro, so I'm not eating as much as I normally would be. But I'll tell people how much I eat, and then they're like, "Damn, you eat that much?" And it's to me, it's not a lot of food, but to them, it's "Damn, I should be eating a lot more food." You know what I mean? It's just
Exactly.
people underestimate. It's they just want quick results. You know what I mean? So then they
Yeah.
turn to other alternatives and stuff like that. You know, it's just you just got to grind it out, man. You just got to eat your food, train hard, steady up on it and everything. It's nothing comes in a day, you know,
Exactly.
you,
For
you
sure.
can't
All
just can't
consistency.
just do that.
Yeah. So whenever you started though, what did you try to do? You try to cut weight? Did you try to lean up, tone up, or did you just try to look the best as possible?
So at first, so as a kid, I was always really skinny.
Okay.
I had Graves' disease, which is a thyroid disease, as a kid. So I was very underweight. So my thyroid would just produce too much of the hormone. So it was very, very hard for me to gain weight. Once I got that all regulated, I got into the gym and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and put on some weight. I'm tired of being skinny. You know what I mean? I'm tired of just
Yeah.
being like a twig. You know, I was 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", 160 pounds, you know, like I was like, damn, dude, like why am I so small? You know, so it's like I wanted to just try and put on as much weight as I could. And everybody goes through it, like the dirty bulk, where I would just eat everything in sight and everything like
Exactly.
that. And I did get fat, but it was a learning experience. You know what I mean? I cut down for it and everything, and it was a learning experience for
Yeah,
sure.
for
So I
sure.
would say at first it was to bulk, like kind of like bulk up a little bit,
Yeah.
but then over time I cut down again, and now I'm just uh, right now I've been trying to do a lot more shows, so I've been on the like prep diets,
Okay.
so like eating like a little bit less food, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I plan on going into an off season where I do go on a bulk again, but do it a lot more smart. I'm not just gonna eat shit, you know. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
eat.
That's right.
I'm gonna eat good foods, a lot of good foods, you know. So that I feel like that's what I would like. That's how I started, you know.
Yeah, definitely. So you bring that up like how you started and how you are now. I know. Okay, so the people that go to the gym, they have a specific gym routine. Like, how has your gym routine changed throughout like your journey? Like, what
So
started off and how you doing now?
so at first I never hit legs.
Okay.
When I first got into the gym, I never hit legs just because it was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I just felt like I was never going to get good at it. Over time, I started to hit them a lot more. I started to have a lot more fun with it. I started to enjoy it a lot more. And I would honestly say my legs are probably one of the strong suits of my physique in general. Um, but like split wise, I started doing like a push pull leg split where it'd be like chest, tries, shoulders, back and biceps,
Yeah.
legs. You know what I mean? But over time, I felt like I would be doing too much chest or I would be doing too much shoulders. I wouldn't be getting enough like equivalency throughout the workouts. You know what I mean? One would be having more than the other. So
Exactly.
I went into like a bro split where it was like one body part per day, which I saw results from and everything, which was great. But once I started getting so I invested in a coach and everything, and I'm back on a push pull leg split. But this time it's like I can see the equivalency throughout the workouts and stuff. Like I'm not
Yeah.
just doing like a
Okay.
shit like a ton of chest or a ton of tricep. It's like equal and everything. So in my opinion, I feel like push pull legs is probably the best split anybody could run, just because you are going to be putting on more muscle, you are going to be putting on more size. But if you're already, I would only say bro splits are people or for people who are like already experienced with it. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
you've been in the gym for years and years and years, you can hammer a muscle and not be sore. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yep.
But it's just you're getting so much more volume when it comes to like push pull legs because you're not just hitting one body part. You know, you're hitting
Yeah.
chest, shoulders, triceps. Like you're literally hitting all of those muscle groups. You know, so that's
Yeah.
currently what I'm on right now, and I don't plan on going back to a bro split at
Yeah,
all.
definitely. Because right now myself, like I'm on a push pull. Like I've been on that for like probably over a year. Whenever like
Yeah,
gyms were open, and I tell you, like, dude, compared to like a bro split or just like a normal
yeah,
like chest day,
well,
like, dude, you get the work in for sure.
yeah, 100%. It's just
Yeah.
so much more volume,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
Like it's just you just feel a lot. I feel a lot better doing like the push pull
definitely.
leg split for sure.
You feel the more working. But I was gonna say before going to the gym, I know like do you take any pre workouts like you want to like get known out there?
Not currently. I mean, I work at GNC,
Okay.
so most of everything I get there is super cheap because I get it discounted.
Yeah. Well, what do you
Um,
take? Do you take any or
currently
no?
I Yeah, currently I'm using the
Okay.
Ghost Legend or whatever. Just like um when I first started off in the gym, I loved caffeine. Caffeine was awesome. Like having a shit ton of caffeine in my pre-workout.
Yeah.
Like it cracked out before the gym. It was awesome. Like when I was a kid, you know.
Yeah.
But as I've grown into the gym and everything, I've realized that like caffeine really isn't something that's going to benefit you a ton. You know, like having enough caffeine, but not having too much of it. You know, I feel like having too much caffeine is going to ruin your workout. It's not really going to make your workout better.
That's it.
So I try to keep my caffeine consumption under like 200 if I'm going to the
Oh,
gym.
okay.
You know what I mean? Just because I'm not trying to be like all like jittery and just a shit at the
Yeah.
gym. You know, like
Yeah.
I want enough energy, but I don't want it to the point where I feel like sick. You know?
Yeah, I feel it. And I feel like that's some people's problem. Even like mine too. I do it sometimes, like where you like that feeling, but some people don't. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like that.
yeah, exactly. And it's just having that much caffeine isn't even good for you, man. Like
Exactly.
messes with your adrenal glands, like your heart rate is way higher than it should be, your blood pressure. Like there's just so many like negative things to like a ton of caffeine. And I feel like so many people are uneducated on like pre-workouts and supplements in
Exactly.
general, and they see the label and it's like, oh, like 400 milligrams of caffeine, that means this must be good. And it's like it's not like that at all.
No,
You know
heck
what I
no,
mean?
yeah, for sure. So besides
But
pre-workout, like
yeah,
you take any other supplements besides pre-workout?
yeah. So I take a pre-workout. I take an isolate protein powder. So just a really lean protein, just because I'm not trying to get anything more from my protein powder than protein. Like I don't want any carbs or fats or anything out of my
Yeah,
protein. I just want protein. I take that. I take all my vitamins. So I take a fish oil, multivitamin, D3, vitamin C, zinc. So I take all of those. I take a probiotic to aid in digestion and gut health. I feel like probiotics are very
mhm,
underrated too, because a lot of people, if they are trying to put on muscle, you need to eat. And if you're eating a lot and your digestive health is all messed up, it's not going to be a fun time for you.
for
You're going to be
sure.
bloated, gassy. Like it's just going to be a lot of. It's not going to be fun, you know.
Yeah,
So having something like that to help with digestion is gonna help you a ton when it comes to eating more food. But I think that's about it. I mean, I'll take a non-stim pre, something that helps the blood flow. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'll take like a pre-workout and then I'll take a non-stim version of the pre-workout, just to push more blood into the muscle.
exactly.
Because when you're in the gym and you're trying to grow, more blood to the muscle, better pumps, better growth, better muscle
Right. Yep.
breakdown, everything. So I'll take that as well, but it's only sometimes. I honestly probably will just take the pre a lot of the time,
Yeah.
but I also take a greens powder.
Okay.
So because I do have trouble getting in vegetables throughout like my everyday diet.
Yeah.
So if I feel like I'm lacking in those micronutrients, I have a greens blend, that I'll take with my food and
That's
everything
really
like
good. Yeah.
that.
Yep.
I'll take amino acids too, but I won't take like BCAs. It'll probably be like an EAA plus
Yeah.
BCA, just because you can get your BCAs through food already. So if you're eating enough, you don't need a BCA supplement. But essential
Exactly.
aminos you can't get through food. So I'll take one of those. Like if I'm, especially since I'm cutting right now, since I'm on prep, a lot of the times I am a lot tired, more sluggish and everything. So I'll just stay hydrated. I'll throw some
Yeah.
aminos in like a jug and
Definitely.
stuff, and it helps me stay
Okay.
energized throughout the day. But other than that, I'd say that's probably it for sure.
Hell yeah. So you bring up like protein. How important is protein in a diet, or like in a diet? Like say if you're cutting or even bulking, like how important is
Yeah,
protein?
I would say protein is very important. If you're cutting, protein is more important than if you're bulking, for sure. Just be just because I mean, a lot of people when they go on a cut or whatever, they immediately strip their calories down because they want results very fast,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
that's not sustainable. You know what I mean? You can't sustain that over a long period of time. Like sure, you'll see the numbers drop on the scale and everything, but you're going to feel like shit. You're not going to want to go do anything other than sleep. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
protein is very important. You should be having like a gram to a gram and a half of protein per pound of your body weight. So for me, I'm like 170 ish. But since I'm on a cut, I take in more protein because I don't want my muscles to break down. I just want my
Exactly.
body fat to break
Yep.
down. You know what I mean? So my protein right now is like 220. So
Okay. Yeah.
I keep a high protein diet all the time. Sometimes, honestly, I think I probably don't need that much protein. I mean, I like protein. I like chicken
Yeah.
breast. Some stuff that I like for sure.
All right. So I was gonna say, let's talk about cutting real quick. All right. You can hear me, right?
Yeah,
For sure. Okay.
yeah,
So cutting, like, what's something like people get really like off track of on when it comes to cutting, though? You know what I mean? Like
yeah. So like I said
powerlifting and
earlier,
all that.
yeah. So like I said earlier, when it comes to cutting, people just try and cut their calories way too fast. You know what I mean? It's like it's a slow and steady process. If you want to look good and lose weight and lose body fat and gain muscle, you don't want to strip your calories so fast to the point where it's like you feel like shit, because then
Yeah.
that's the way you're going to lose muscle. You're going to lose muscle that way no matter what. Because I know people who will literally strip 1,000 calories out of their diet, and it's like, yeah, you're seeing the scale go down, but how are you feeling? You know, like,
Exactly.
are you able to go to the gym? Like, are you able to get good workouts? Are you tired all the time? Like, how I like that's what I'm saying is like you can't go look at it as like you don't want like sporadic
Yeah.
progress. You want to take it week by week, time by time, and see progress like week by week. You don't want to just do it like all at one time, or else it's
Exactly.
going to be a hard time for sure. I would never do that. Like when I first went on prep, like I was still eating upwards to like 3,000 calories, but over time we started like dropping them week by week to see how my body reacted to it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
But you can't just strip 1,000 calories out of your diet.
No. Hell
It's
no.
not going to be good for
For
you.
sure. And also, like you bring up like that, also feel it's like how you feel mentally too. Because like
Yeah,
the
100%.
the scale might say you weigh what 220, but like, or do you see like it's all about mirror difference too? Like if you
Yeah,
look,
100%. I feel
yeah,
like a lot of people depend on the scale more than they should. I feel like the
exactly,
scale lies a lot more than they should, because you could see the scale go down. Like people always tell me like, "Oh, bro, I lost 2 pounds in a day," and it's like, "Well, did you piss? Did you shit? Did you
exactly,
like, you know what I
yeah,
mean?" It's like, of course you're gonna lose 2 pounds,
yeah,
but that doesn't mean it was body fat. You know what I mean?
exactly,
That doesn't mean it was, So
yeah. It could have
that's
been
what
like
I'm saying.
water
It's
weight,
like
something like that.
yeah, exactly. You could have
Exactly,
been eating and been bloated, and then you go to the bathroom and you lose 5 pounds. You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's like,
Yep.
and that happens all the time. It's natural, but that doesn't mean it's body fat that you're losing.
So I want to hear your thoughts on like, okay, so when you're cutting weight, how important is cardio and how important is lifting weights?
I would say they go hand in hand for sure. Um, it would just depend, honestly. Like I wouldn't say cardio is necessary if you're not competing. I mean, cardio is still beneficial for sure, 100%, but you don't have to do as much of it as like
Okay.
say I am. Like I'm trying to literally get to like 3-4% body fat. So I'm doing a lot more cardio than
Yeah.
somebody who's just trying to maintain like 12% body fat. You know what I mean? Because my cardio protocol is like 6 times a week, 45 minutes
Okay.
every session,
Yeah.
But if you're just trying to get to like 10 to 12% body fat, you don't have to do that much, but I would still recommend to do it, because then that makes sure that you're still in a calorie deficit. You're still burning
Exactly.
calories. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So for me, since I'm competing, cardio is very important, and lifting weights is very important as well. I would say lifting weights is a little bit more important than the cardio, uh, but I would say that in order to stay in a deficit, cardio is very, very important when it comes to competing. But like I said,
Okay.
if you're just trying to be like 12%, just healthy, you know what I mean? You really don't need to worry about any of that.
I feel it. Yeah, for sure. And now, something I've always wanted to ask is like, I never got bulking. Like, what can I know you're not bulking right now, but like, what's like definition of bulking? Because I know some people overdo it, like eating whites too, and then
Yeah,
they just end up being fat, not bulk.
yeah, yeah. So bulking, in my opinion, there's like different ways to bulk. Like there's like dirty bulks where people will eat everything they see in sight. Like I said, I did that in the past, and I saw the weight gain and everything, but a lot of it was body fat. So I felt really good in the gym. Like I felt really strong in the gym, but when I was outside the gym, I felt like a slob. I felt gross.
Yeah,
I
for
felt
sure.
like shit. Um, but the smartest way I feel like to go about bulking is doing like a lean bulk. So find out your maintenance calories, like your calories that you can eat without losing or gaining weight, and up those by like 200 to 300 calories. So you're not going too crazy of a bulk, you're just eating a little bit over what you should be. So then that can help you gain weight. Like I said,
Mhm.
it's the same concept of cutting. You don't want to just strip all your food. And it's the same thing with bulking. You don't want to just add 1,000 calories to your
Exactly, for sure. It's all like
diet. You know what I
consistency.
mean?
Hmm.
It's like you want to add calories over time. Yeah, you just want to
Exactly.
be consistent with it. Exact
Yep.
whole group of calories and everything like that. It's not going to be good for you. You're going to get fat. You're going to feel sick. All of the above.
Yep. Definitely. So in the end, I'll be all like, when it comes to working out, what's the top advice you have for someone who's barely beginning?
For someone who's barely beginning, form over everything.
Okay.
I would say it's form over everything for sure. Form and range of motion over everything, and don't compare yourself to other people.
Exactly.
Uh, that was a huge problem I had when I first got into the gym. Was I would always compare myself to other people. I would go into the gym and I would see other guys being these jack dudes. I'd be
Yeah.
like, damn, like this guy's really fucking big. Like I need to lift the weight he's doing, even if it's with shitty form, you know, like, or I need to take what he's taking so I can be like him, you know what I mean? But in actuality, you're just trying to be the best version of yourself, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yep.
Because that guy that you see at the gym who could be jacked could be benching 400 pounds, but your genetic potential only allows you to bench 200, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
as long as you're hitting those, as long as you're hitting those reps and those numbers and everything correctly with full range of motion, with correct form, it's like you're still going to get a good workout. And it's just that's your
Exactly.
genetics, you know, like
Yeah.
my genetics. I don't know if I'm going to ever be able to bench 400 pounds, you know what I mean? But I'm still going to do my best. I'm going to do what I got to do in the gym to be the best version of me. It's like, you
Yep.
can't, like the number one advice I'd say is just like never compare yourself to people, like ever. Just focus on you, do your thing. That's a huge problem I see a lot in people is like they're always comparing themselves to other people. Like, oh, I look way better than him, or oh, like this guy's, I'm way bigger than this guy. It's like, who cares, dude? Like
Yeah. Exactly.
it's like everybody's in the gym to better themselves. Like,
Yep.
why does it matter if you have bigger arms, or why does it matter if you have bigger legs? You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
everybody's in the gym to improve themselves. You know,
Like you said it
that's
though.
it.
Yep. Like you said it though. It's all genetics too. Like say for me, I'm one known who has like I have big legs, you know. But
Yeah,
some people might say, "Oh, how often have you worked?" Like, dude, they just came genetically. But
yeah,
some people are other here like working their tails off to like it's all like you
yeah,
said. It's all
exactly.
about bettering yourself, you know.
It's all
Uh,
about betting yourself. It's like, don't worry about what other people think. You know, it's like focus on you. Don't be comparing yourself to other people. It's just, you're not going to have a good time in the gym if you're always comparing yourself to other people. You're
exactly.
never going to be happy. You're never going to feel like you made the progress. Even if it's really good progress, you're never going to feel like you made that progress if you're always comparing yourself to people. It's just
Yep.
not going to happen. You know,
It's just a matter of
you're
taking it
always
day
going to
by
feel like,
day,
damn,
day by
yeah,
day. Compare
exactly.
yourself
You
to yourself only, not to
exactly
nobody else.
100%. It's like, dude, if you bench the 45-pound dumbbells and the next week you do the 50s, like
Oh yeah.
that's good progress. You know,
Yep.
you're
Definitely.
improving. You know, it's like you don't just jump into the gym and bench 80s or 90s or
No.
100s. You know what I mean? Like that. Like I said, it's like you just cannot. I would never ever compare yourself to people ever.
Exactly. For sure. So, as you're working out, I know we all listen to music. What are your top 5 artists to listen to when you're working out?
Honestly, man, like I listen to a lot of like hard rock when I work
Okay.
out, just because like if I'm chilling at home and stuff, it's all rap and hip
Okay.
hop and like R&B and stuff. But if I'm at the gym, it's like a lot of hard like rock or hard rap because I can't lift people like rapping about money and girls and like
Exactly.
and like you know what I mean. I can't
Yep.
work out that stuff. The only artist I feel like that's rap, I guess, that I could listen to while I'm working out is like Lil Baby, Suicide Boys, uh, but that's about it. Like anybody else that I listen to when I work out, it'd be like just like rock, like
Yeah.
not like screaming in your face rock or
Yeah.
anything like that. You know what I mean? But just something that it's like it's loud, it's aggressive. It like that's the type of music that helps me lift weight,
No,
not
yeah, I
like
feel it.
guys
Well, that,
talking about.
yeah, I feel it. Definitely,
But
because oh, go on.
no, you're good, man.
Yeah.
Not like I'd probably say like 3 Days Grace. They're a pretty good
Yep.
band that I listen to. Like Pierce the Veil, they're really good. Um, but I mean, I normally try to switch it up. I try to listen to a whole bunch of new stuff, so it's
Okay.
always new when I go into the
Yeah.
gym. You know what I mean?
Like I feel it though, because like I myself, I listen to some rock sometimes too, or just
Yeah,
whatever. Like I can't, like you said, I can't listen to that type of stuff. Like, is that really gym? That's
yeah,
the gym, you
exactly,
know?
exactly, 100%.
For sure. So now I want to ask you if you're at a dinner table, right? And I want to hear who you can invite 5 people at a dinner table, and who you just have a full-on conversation with. 5 dinner guests. They could be dead, they could be alive.
Dead or alive? Damn, that's a tough one, bro. At a dinner table, is it like celebrities or just like normal
Yeah, bro.
people or?
Celebrities, people who you know, just whoever.
One of them had to be JT Mercer.
Oh, yep, JT, for
JT
sure.
Mercer,
Yep.
because he always bullies me. So I'd have just to hear his remarks.
Okay.
Um, Mercer, probably my coach. I feel like that'd be a good convo, just because
Okay.
Mercer was the one who recommended my coach for me.
Yeah.
Someone who's there alive, man. Uh, that's 2 people. Uh, Someone who really inspired me to get into the gym was probably like David Lade. Like I really got into his stuff when I was a kid, watching his stuff. Christian Guzman,
Okay.
um, Alpha Elite, and everything. Just seeing where he was when he was a kid, it'd be dope to talk to him. Just because I feel like my journey is very similar to his. He
Yeah, for sure.
started when he was 19, and now he's grown and he's has clothing brand, energy drinks, 2 gyms. Like he's super successful. So getting advice from him, tips from him would be dope. You know what I mean? So that's like 4. Probably another dude. Um, Honestly, probably couldn't go wrong with like having like Arnold at the table,
Oh yeah,
bro. You know
definitely.
what I mean?
Shoot.
Having a conversation with Arnold, you know.
Yeah, with JT
But
there,
yeah, I would
bro.
say that's
And
probably
then
all
yeah,
5. Yeah, exactly.
that'd be a good that you come out on that one. I'm like, oh shit, for sure. All right.
Yeah, exactly, man. That'd be dope.
So you spoke of your coach, like what exactly is all that? Like you're coached by Smitty, right?
Yeah, so I'm coached
Okay.
by Sam Smith or
Makes sense.
Smitty. That we
Yep.
we call him Smitty. That's his Instagram handle. Dope ass guy. I was looking for a coach for bodybuilding because my previous coach is my boss at GNC. I had no problems with him or anything like that, but I just wanted to switch. You know, I just
Yep.
wanted like a change in, just a change, dude. Like I just wanted something different. I wanted to try out something different. You know, and then seeing Mercer's progress with Smitty, I looked into him and everything, and I ended up going with him just because he called me over the phone, dude. Before I even paid him, before I even paid him a first payment, he called
Yeah.
me over the phone and let me know how the program works, how the check-ins work, how like I can always call him if I need anything. Like that meant a lot to me because, dude, I hadn't paid the guy a cent yet, and he's letting me know like about how everything works. And he's taking time out of his day to talk to me and
Yep.
explain everything. That's how I knew he cared. You know what I mean? So it was like I wanted, so I ended up going with him, and I have no regrets, man. Like
Yeah.
I've never been this confident in the gym ever. I've never been this confident outside of the gym. I never felt like I'd be able to do the things I'm doing right now with YouTube, social media, TikTok, like Instagram. I don't think without his guidance, I'd be in the position I am right now, just
Okay.
because he really helped me get my confidence back in the gym, just
Yeah.
because I felt like I was really falling out of love with the gym, you know, like I didn't have the motivation because of COVID, like the gym shutting down 3 or 4 times and
For real.
everything. But then once I got with him and everything, he really taught me like it's not even about that, it's about bettering yourself. um and just I've learned so much from him that it's like I can't thank that dude enough. You know, like
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
think anybody else who's like another tip of advice to people who are getting in the gym is if you have the money, invest in a coach for sure, because they'll keep you accountable. Because sometimes, like us ourselves aren't keeping ourselves accountable. You know, it's like,
Uh-huh.
oh, my friend said he wants to go out to eat tonight, but I have goals, but I want to hang out with my friend. You know, so it's like having a coach there to keep you on track is huge. So I'd say that's another big thing. It's like if you have the money for it, invest in a coach.
So like you spoke of that like real quick. So okay, so like whenever your boys hit you up, like and they want to go out to like eat some, like you're gonna go with them or just in chill?
When I'm on prep, no, I stay home.
Yeah.
Stay home, dude. Do my own thing. You know, it's like some people feel offended. You
Yeah.
know, but
But you
it's
got your
like
own things to do. Yep.
I have goals. I have aspirations that I want to achieve for myself. And I know 10 seconds of enjoyment from a burger isn't gonna
Yeah.
give me my goal, get me
For
to my
sure.
goals. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I mean, if I'm in an off season and calories a little bit more, what's the word? Like I can eat a little bit more and I don't have to worry about
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? Like, sure, I'll go out and I'll get a burger. You know what I mean? But while I'm on prep, while I'm trying to, I'm gonna stick to the plan. I'm gonna stick to what I got to do to be great. You know, it's like
Yeah.
no
For
one
sure.
ever became great at anything doing things easy. You know, so
Exactly.
it's sacrifices that you have to make. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's like people are always like, dude, I don't know how you eat the same thing 4 times a day or 5 times a day, and it's like it's because I have goals. You know what I mean? I have
Exactly. Yeah.
aspirations of doing what I want, and it's like I don't have to eat extravagant meals all the time. You
Yeah.
know,
For
it's
sure.
like that's not something I'm really worried about.
So you spoke on competitions. Like, what was that like for you? Like, your first competition, you just recently had that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was an insane feeling, man. Huge. It was out in Huntington Beach. So that it was a good area, very, very good area. Everybody in the competition were great people too. Um, I didn't realize how good of people they really were. I thought a lot of bodybuilders were really just in it for themselves, like, oh, I'm here to win, I'm here to win, I'm not here to help anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But going to that show, like I was unprepared on certain stuff, you know, like I didn't have enough food with me to pump up backstage. Um, and there were guys there who were like, bro, don't even worry about it, giving me rice cakes, giving me
Oh,
peanut
okay.
butter, giving me salt to help pump me up, put blood in, like, you know, like
Yeah.
just help me out and everything. And I was like, dude, like I didn't realize how cool these guys were. You know what I mean? Like, and I was talking to him and I was like, yo, like I really appreciate that, dude. Like I didn't even realize like how dope you guys really are. And he was
Yeah.
like, bro, like, and he's like, dude, it's not even about who wins or who loses or anything like that, bro. We all worked super hard to get to this point in our lives. It's just about having fun now and showcasing that on the stage.
Yep.
So if I can help you out, then my job's done. You know what I mean? Like I want to help you out. I want you to do good. You know, I'm like, I don't think I've ever felt that way about any sport. You know, I feel
Oh
like in
shit.
football, wrestling,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
all of these sports that I've done in the past, everybody was about themselves, bro. No one wanted to help each other. You know what I mean? Everybody was assholes to each other. But doing this, it's like everybody's there for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's there, and everybody wants to see you do well, you know? Just the whole experience, man, was
That's
awesome.
dope.
Uh I placed in both divisions that I competed in. I competed in True Novice, which is everybody's first contest. Out of 5 dudes, I placed third. So I was pretty happy about that. I was able to place in my first show, got a trophy and everything. So I was happy about that. But I was a little bit more happy about my fifth place placing in novice just
Mhm.
because there was like 12 or 15 dudes in that class. So for me to do better than like 8 to 10 other people who have been doing this shit for a long time, and for
Yeah.
me to be my
In the
first
top
show
five
and
right
place
there.
fifth, top
Yep.
five, like my first ever show, I was like, dude, like that was surreal to me. Like I was competing against dudes in their 30s, like their late 20s, and I'm only 19, bro. I'm not even 20. I just turned
Exactly.
19.
Yeah.
You know what I
You're
mean? I
already
just
up
turned
there.
19, and for me to place fifth out of 15 dudes was surreal. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, like maybe I can really go somewhere with this. You know what I mean? Placing fifth.
Yep.
There was even coaches there, bro, who weren't even my coach, who came up to me and tapped me on the shoulder while I'm backstage and was like, yo, dude, is this your first show? And I was like, yeah. He's like, you look really fucking good, man. I was like, damn, like,
Oh
thanks, dude.
shit.
Like, that's
Yeah.
cool. I was like, for sure.
Yep.
Like, thank you, bro. Like,
Oh yeah.
like that was awesome in itself. You know, like, whole experience was cool. Before the show, I went to Zoo Culture to meet Bradley Martin and all those dudes. So that was a good ass
That's
experience
dope.
too,
Yeah.
working out in LA and everything. Just the whole experience, the whole fitness scene in Southern California is just so much better in this area, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I invested in a camera to start YouTube. I'm recording with my buddy Diego, uh, every, like 2 to 3 times a week to push out YouTube content,
Okay.
like workout videos and stuff. And like on my own, I'm gonna be vlogging
Yeah.
just because I want the YouTube stuff to take off because I can move out of Turlock eventually and move to SoCal. Just because with me only being 19, bro, looking how I do, I just feel like I'm wasting my potential in Turlock.
Okay,
You know what I
yeah, I
mean?
feel it.
Just because there's not a lot of attraction when it
No,
comes
yeah.
to fitness in Northern California.
That's the thing though. It's like it's not a rub against Turlock. It's just like there's way more out. There's way more stuff to do out there. You know.
Yeah,
So you just
100%.
want
It's
to
just
improve yourself for sure.
yeah, 100%. It's like I don't want to be complacent with where I'm at, bro. I
Yeah.
want more for myself, you know.
Yeah.
And if that means moving to Southern California, then that's what I'm gonna do because that's what I want to do in my life. You know,
Exactly.
like nothing against anybody who lives here and who's happy to live here. That's great, you know. But it's like I want more for myself than to just live in some small town, you
Yeah, for
know.
sure. Definitely. Yep. So you brought up again competitions. Like, is there any? Are you like you said you're on a prep right now? So are you preparing for anything like a competition that's coming up?
Yeah, so I'm under 4 weeks out from a
Okay.
competition, March 20th. I wanted to ride the momentum, bro. For me to place in both divisions that I did, I was like, why am I just gonna go jump into an off season? You know,
Yeah.
that feeling of being on stage, like I don't think anything's maybe that happy ever.
Okay.
So
Yep.
so for me to just jump into an off season after going on stage and really enjoying myself, I was like, dude, like I placed fifth and third and I wasn't even completely prepared. You know what I mean? Now that I've done that show, now that I know what I need to do it, I can come back even better. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I can be more confident in what I'm doing. Won't be scatterbrained, you know, like I'll have everything set, you know? So there's no doubt in my mind I could win the show. You know what I
Yep.
mean? There's no doubt in my mind that I could do that show and win just because, dude, like for me to place in both divisions and not
Yeah.
even be prepared and then come into this one like on point with everything, prepared with everything. Like I know I'd be able to win it, you
Yep.
know?
Definitely. I'll be honest with you. Let's see. When was it? I think about a week ago. This is the
Yeah.
first time I'm like, oh shit, I need to get him on here. So
Yeah.
you're on a phone call. I heard you already say like, nah, I'm not settling for nothing more than first place. I'm winning this shit.
Yeah.
And then right then and there, I'm like, bro, I have to fucking get him out of here.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yep.
Like it's just you can't settle for second or
Yep.
third or fourth or fifth place, man. It's like if you jump into something, it's like you can't just it's like you always got to strive to be the
Exactly.
best that you can be, no matter what. It's like even if you don't think you're gonna win first, have that mindset that you are,
Yeah, for
because then you're
sure.
going to do great things. You know what I mean? Like this past show, there's a few different divisions in bodybuilding or classes, and I did physique where they wear board shorts and everything.
Okay.
But I feel like I have potential in classic physique where they wear the black trunks and they show off the legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the legs aren't covered. It's like you're showing off the legs and everything. And in order for me to do that show, I'm going to be eating less food. I'm going to be doing more cardio. So I'm going to be suffering, bro. It's going to be a lot harder for me. But no one ever became great at something taking it easy. You know
Easy.
what I
Yep.
mean? I want it to be harder. I
Yep.
want I want it to be a challenge, because in the end, I'm gonna look back on it and be like, damn, like I really did this. You know what I mean? I got that feeling from this past prep. And then if I were to even make it harder on myself and then finish this prep again, then I'm like, damn, dude, like
Yeah.
I did this. You know
And
what I
that's
mean?
what
Like,
defines. I feel like that's defines a lot from good to great, or even
yeah,
great to
100%.
legendary status. You know.
Yeah, 100%. It's like no one ever became great just being like, you know what I mean? No one ever became great just taking the easy way out of stuff.
Exactly.
You know, it's like you have to make sure that you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, bro. No matter it's like how cheesy that sounds or
Yeah.
whatever.
No. Yeah. It's true
It's
though.
like it's like you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So it's like you have to be comfortable with things being hard, like life
Yeah.
is hard. Like I went through a ton of stuff this past prep, other than bodybuilding and the gym, but my focus was still on my competition. I didn't let any of that shit get the
Exactly.
best of me,
Yep.
you know?
Definitely. So now, okay, so we're gonna stick on gyms real quick. So moving on, how many gyms do you have? How many gym memberships do you have right now at the moment? Is it
Just one. I just have
this one?
Brenda's right
Okay, for
now.
sure.
Just
So
Brenda's right now.
out of all the gyms you've been to, rank the top, like just rank them in order, the ones that you've been worked out at.
So
Your
the ones I've
opinion.
worked out at, I've worked out at Brenda's, In Shape, Insomnia, and zoo culture, and I
Okay.
think and what's another gym I worked out at? Relentless Fitness in Modesto.
Okay, I've been there. It's cool gym, cool little gym.
Yeah, cool gym for sure. I would say like ranking them from like best to worst. I would say best would be zoo culture.
Okay.
Not because of Bradley Martin or not because of the
Yeah.
people who are there or anything, because it's not a great gym. It's
Yeah.
small, but it has all the equipment that you would want in a gym.
Exactly.
I just really enjoyed it because of the vibe there, the experience. Everybody was about their shit there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Going there really opened my eyes with things. Watching these big name dudes like record for YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and social media in general really opened my eyes and was like, damn, I need to invest in the camera, bro. I need
Yeah.
to start recording myself working out. I want to help people too. You know what I mean? I want to get paid to do the things that I love. I don't want to be
Exactly.
stuck working a 9 to 5 for the rest of
Yep.
my life. You know
Definitely.
what I mean? So it really helped me open my eyes working out there, seeing all these guys like living their dreams and shit. It's like, damn, like I can do that.
Yep. For
It's like
sure.
if I just put the time and efforts and invest into this shit for myself, I know I can get there. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Definitely.
So that whole experience just made that number one. I would say number two would be probably Relentless Fitness,
Okay.
just because of the vibe as well. Everybody was about their shit
Yeah.
there.
That's what I liked
Like
about that place. They were just there to work.
yeah, everybody was there to work. No one was like on their phone taking pictures. And even if you are on your phone taking pictures, because I do that shit too, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying, I'm trying to put out more content on social media. I'm trying to put out more content on YouTube. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's like I'm on my phone. I'm taking pictures. I'm taking videos. I'm doing all that shit. But if you're working while you're doing those
Oh
things,
yeah.
then it's great.
Yep.
Like I love that. So being at Relentless was awesome. I would say Brenda's would be third, just because I've been going to Brenda's since I was a freshman in high
Okay.
school. You know what I mean? So it's been my home gym. But that's not really saying much. I Brenda's is the best gym in Turlock, but it's still not that great of a gym. You know what I
I
mean?
feel it. Yeah. Definitely.
It's still not that great of a gym. There could be a lot stuff better about it. I feel like they've had the same equipment in that gym as from my
Yeah.
freshman year.
Yep.
From my freshman year until now, I don't think they've added any new equipment at all. You know what I mean? So, like, I'd say Brenda's would be third, In Shape fourth. I enjoyed going to In Shape for a little bit, but I would say In Shape's fourth for sure. And then Insomnia is probably like the bottom, just because it was
Yep.
super nasty and
Dude.
gross.
Yep.
No one ever cleaned it. No one gave a shit about the gym. Like there'd be broken equipment everywhere. Like every time I'd walk in the gym, there'd be something broken. And being on a prep, like I'm on a program, bro. Like being
Yeah.
coached by somebody, I'm on a program. So if the machine that I need to use is broken, that just messes up my whole workout. Now I got
Exactly.
to figure out something else to do
Yep.
that achieves the same muscle stimulus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
For
like
sure.
it's just super inconvenient. So I just try my best to stay as far away from that gym as possible,
Dude.
dude.
Yeah. Because like first of all, I heard out there it's like a straight dude fest, right? Like straight
Yeah, there's
nothing
no
but
females
dudes.
at all, bro.
Then
No females at all. And then if there is
exactly.
females, it's like they look like dudes, bro.
Oh, but then like again like they don't clean their shit up,
Yeah, they don't clean the
especially
gym,
what's going
bro. And
on.
it's like, yeah, well,
Especially what's going
look
on in the
what's
world
going
right
on in the
now,
world right now.
bro. Clean your shit up.
Look at what's going on in the world right now, bro. Like for you to not give a shit about cleaning your gym or anything, and to see what's going on in the world right now is like, dude, you don't give a fuck about
Exactly.
your
Definitely.
members. You
Yep.
don't give a shit about the people who are going to your gym, paying
Exactly.
you all this money, dude. Or you don't give a shit
Pretty much.
if you're not keeping your gym clean. You know what I mean? So, and then the equipment always being broken and
Yep.
everything. It's like, dude, that whole gym was always just a mess, bro. Every
Exactly.
time I went there.
Like I've never been there, but I've seen like shit on Instagram about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah,
But then
it used to be a great gym, bro.
really? Okay.
Years ago when it used to be called Combat Zone Fitness,
Oh, okay.
and they had two buildings, and it was a nice gym. The lighting was sick, so you could take really dope pictures in it. Equipment was really cool. And then I just don't know, it just got shitty over
Yeah.
time.
Okay. So we're going to Brenda's real quick. So one thing I like about Brenda's is like, okay, so originally I went to In Shape on gear, like you,
Yeah.
bro. And then like, what are your thoughts about it, real quick, on it shutting down?
Shutting down, it sucks, man, because a lot of people got their start there. I know a lot of people who
Yeah.
started working out at Gear Road in shape and everything. And me working at GNC on Gear Road,
Yeah.
it kind of it messes up business for us too, like because guys would walk from in shape down to GNC to get smoothies, get supplements, do all that shit,
Yeah.
and now that messes stuff up for us a little bit. But I didn't really like it too much, like I felt like kind of the same thing. I kind of felt the same way about insomnia as I did that gym, just because
Okay.
a
Yeah.
lot
I
of the
feel it. I
times
see why. I see
a,
why.
a lot of the times it smelled really weird. There was dumbbells
Yeah.
all over the place, no one wiped down any equipment. Like it was, no one cared,
Yeah.
so
For sure.
I kind of got the same vibe, but it still wasn't as bad, but it wasn't great. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
still think Brenda's is for sure the best out of
Yeah.
all the gyms in
Because I
Turlock.
recently signed up there, and bro, like, I've never seen a gym like that. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's just way cleaner, way better. Like everything's spaced out.
Yeah.
No one's like crowded or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's just nicer gym.
Exactly. I'll tell you this because like I work at Planet Fitness in Series, so
Okay.
like the cleaning it's there with Brenda's, but bro, like just every it's a mixture of like all the best gyms around, But it could still
Yeah, one
level
hundred
up. It's
percent.
still level up for sure, but it's definitely the best in Turlock, I'd say.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Most definitely.
yep, you brought up YouTube content. Like, what are you gonna like? What can people subscribe you to? Like, what's your channel called?
Just Jared Steven,
Red
just my
Steven?
name.
Okay.
Jared Steven. I'm already getting a ton of support with it, bro. It's almost insane. Like I already
Yeah.
have like by all means, it's not a lot to like by YouTube standards,
Yeah.
but I haven't dropped a video yet, and I'm already at like 70 subs or
Okay.
something. So for me to not even drop a video and 70 people to already subscribe to me,
Yeah.
like that's awesome, bro. I was like,
Hey, we're
damn,
waiting
dude,
on
like
it. We're waiting on it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm either gonna drop it today or
Okay.
tomorrow, bro.
For
Just
sure.
depending on my editor, my editor when he finishes the video, and then when I'm
Red
able to
Steven.
upload it,
Yep.
then that's when I'm gonna drop it. But me and my buddy Diego already recorded
For
like
sure.
5 videos in the vault, so I'm
Oh,
literally
okay.
just so I literally just send them all to my editor. He's gonna edit them all for me, and then I'm gonna try being really consistent with the YouTube stuff,
Yeah.
like at least 2 to 3 videos a week, just so I can be really consistent with it. I want to help people, bro. You know what I mean? I want people to see that like they can do the same things I'm doing,
Yeah.
you know,
Definitely.
and they can relate to me and everything like that. You know what I mean?
For sure. So next question, or I was gonna say before we move on to the next question, do you have any questions for me, real quick?
Um, what made you get into like the podcast stuff? Like
Podcasting for sure.
yeah.
So, do you watch all? Do you know the podcast All the Smoke with Matt Barnes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, honestly, bro, that show got me to do this
Yeah.
because it all started with the video, like the one, it was the one with Draymond Green from the Warriors. Like
Okay.
that was the first episode I've ever watched, and they were like on a Zoom call, and I'm like, bro, like why can't I make something out of Zoom?
Yeah.
Get a
Exactly.
mic
One
set
hundred
up,
percent.
And I just it all started off with Caesar was
Yeah.
my first one, and
Yeah.
then
One hundred percent. That's dope.
it was JT, and then from
Yeah.
there just
Caesar's the boy.
the plug, huh?
Yeah. Plug, bro.
So
Yeah. Caesar's cool.
no, yeah, but it's all the smoke, bro. Like that's the shit that got me onto this, and
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Um. So you're saying you just signed up at Brenda's?
yeah,
That's dope, dude. So like, do you have any goals
goals
for
for
the
working out.
year for
Okay,
the year for the gym or
so
anything, like
yeah,
anything you want to do?
thanks for bringing that up, by the way. All right, so 2 years ago, right, or three in 2018. Well, that's fucking like yeah, three. Okay, whatever. I
Yeah,
started.
you're good.
That's when I started working out. I was actually 275.
Yeah,
You remember me from high school? I don't know. I think I was
yeah,
in
yeah,
Cosmo
yeah,
Herbal, yeah, for sure. But I was 275 in high school, and I like at the time I did not give a shit about my health. I'll be honest. I'll eat like
yeah,
McChickens and McChickens.
yeah.
But then in 2018, like the year after, that's whenever I got a membership at Planet Fitness, and then I got into cardio, and then I moved on to In Shape on gear.
Yeah.
So I lost about in total. My lowest weight I've ever been is 205, and right now
Okay,
right now I'm about 230.
okay.
So my goal is basically not to get to like I'm not worried about weight. I'm just worried about like looking and feeling the best because like with
Yeah,
COVID and all.
100%.
COVID and all, like honestly, bro, like that shit threw me off. And I'll tell you this, like I was on my bed for like fucking the past like 3 to 4 months, bro. And I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
I need to do something with my life. I
yeah,
need to like work it out.
exactly, man.
And
100%.
just overall, like being healthy is my goal. I'm not worried about the weight. I've already been through that.
Yeah,
I'm eating cleaner though for sure. But like
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
doing like intermittent fasting on my caloric deficit.
Yeah,
But
that's awesome, dude, for
definitely
sure.
for sure, probably I'm not like I said, I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds. If I lose 30 pounds, that's great. I just want to feel
Yeah,
healthy. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. You don't want to set an unrealistic goal or anything like that. You want to just feel good. It's
Exactly. Definitely.
like you're feeling good. You could lose 10 pounds, and then if you feel like you've looked your best that you have, like
Yep.
that could
For sure.
be enough. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Is that
But for
do you have
sure.
any other questions though?
Um,
Let's hear it.
other than that, um, uh, so what got you into the gym? Just being overweight,
Yeah,
or
being overweight, and I've seen people like some of my friends they went to the gym, you know, and then even over time, like whenever I really got into it, I saw like I remember thinking back of JT, of how
yeah,
he went from that weight loss, and then even
yeah, because JT was a big fucking
yep,
guy, bro. He
yep.
was a big kid. He was a
Yeah.
chunky dude.
No, yeah, I grew up with him, and then just thinking about like, bro, like I'm not saying I could be like him, but I'm saying like, why can't I do this? You know, like I'm like I
Yeah,
could
one
do this
hundred
too,
percent,
definitely.
exactly.
So
Same
just
same thing I thought about the YouTube stuff, bro. It's
yeah,
like
exactly,
seeing those dudes recording at Zoo Culture, living the dream, like just getting paid to do the shit that they love. It's like, why
exactly,
can't I do that shit?
yep,
You know what I mean?
for sure. And then going to intermittent fasting real quick. Eric, you know Eric Perez?
Yeah.
He's the one who got me into intermittent fasting, and then that
Okay.
that that skyrocketed my like journey, bro. Because like not only did I lose a lot
But
of
yeah,
weight,
I incorporate that. I incorporate that for sure
yep,
when I'm like super low on food and stuff.
exactly,
It's like I eat all my food in the later in the day for
yeah,
sure.
like that shit really helped, bro. Like I'm starting to do that again, and I'm like, bro, how did I do this? But I'm gonna stick with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But last question of the day for you. So you're on the Javiiurena podcast right now. Is there anyone you want to see on here? But before you answer that though, you gotta help me reach out to that person to get him on.
Anybody that I would want to see on the podcast, man?
Yep.
Hmm.
Anyone that you want to hear their story, you know, see what they've been through.
Probably like Diego, man. Like
Diego Garcia.
Diego. Yeah, Diego
Yep.
Garcia.
Had him in my
He has
Spanish class
yeah, he has a story for sure, bro. And
for
he's a
sure.
great dude. He's a great person. Like he's helping me out with this YouTube shit, and he's not even making me pay him for it, bro. Like
Okay.
he just he he just believes in the vision, bro. He knows where I want to go
Yep.
with it, and he knows that I have the potential to go places with it. So I think hearing his story would be cool,
Definitely.
just because he got into fitness. He was very much into fitness, just like I am. He competed, he did all that stuff, and now he's in his career with photography and
Yep.
videography, and he's very, very good at it. He knows, dude, he's so successful when it comes to that, and he's so
Yeah.
good at what he does. It would be cool to see, like, to hear his story from like point A to
True.
where he is now. You know what I mean? From him competing to him doing photography to him getting back into the gym. You know what I mean? That would be cool to hear for
Not even
sure.
gonna lie, like I was actually thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shit, like let me think. I was thinking of Diego right away too. Though. Yeah, hit him
yeah,
up, bro, and see.
yeah. I'll hit him up and I'll let him know for sure, bro, because he's basically my workout partner
Okay,
now. We're always recording and shit like that, so
for sure. Yeah, I just saw him
I
at the
could for
gym the
sure
other
let him
day
know.
too. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, I'll for sure let him know. I think he'd love to do
Hell
it
yeah,
for
that'd be
sure.
dope for sure.
Yeah. So,
All right, Jared, that's gonna do it for you guys. This is Javiiurena podcast. Jared Steven, thank you guys for coming on.
hey, thank you, man. Thanks for having me.